So throughout today, we're going to probably remove this, put the flat plate on from the Ghost, and put this fancy red gas tank that I have in here. I think one of the reasons that I can't get it tuned perfectly is because this tank really restricts. Even with a pulse pump, it's still pretty restrictive. So if I swap the tank out, then I'll know it's definitely not the reason. So I wasn't gonna do it, but you know, I gotta find out. But I wanted to keep this, to keep it as simple as possible, and this hauls a whole bunch of gas. I think it's almost a gallon, which is quite a bit, you know what I mean? You should be able to go for, shit, an hour or so with that. So now I think I'm just gonna put the tank there with the thing coming up through there like everybody does, and then the extra gas bottle right here. So as you can see, you got those off. Another thing I like about the Cerakoted engine is if you ever get chips and things like that, you just take a Q-tip, stick it in there and touch it up, and you can't even tell. So but it really holds the heat well. It just chips if something hard hits it, so just got to watch out for that. We're gonna replace all the tubes and everything, pull the tank, figure out how to mount the other one. I'll put it on the frame and stick it up, and then just use some wraps, kind of like I did the GTs. But I don't know, we'll see how it goes. Here's something I always like to carry around, are some hemostats, and it's not just for the doobies, but I use them just like a doctor would use them, is to clamp off tube. Hold the camera and clamp her up. There we go. All right, we got the tank off. It's pretty easy to do. We're gonna rig something up. I think I'm just gonna pipe clamp it to the frame there. I gotta put a couple struts across the top, you know, in two places to keep the tank down low enough. The one thing I want to point out is that, you know, you need to oil your clutch. So this is what I use. Corrosion X HD. It's pretty slick. It's a carbonated oil, okay? So it usually comes with a lead too, but I lost it. So it's definitely worth using the lead. So you just spray it down there and it bubbles and carbonates and it pushes itself in everywhere. And it is completely water and moisture resistant. It sticks to the steel. Actually can make electric parts waterproof. Which is really slick. Like I said, it just bubbles and finds its way into everything. It's great stuff. As you can see, I made a couple of these plates here. They're gonna go up here like this. Okay, I'll show you the other one. It'll go in here like this, and two-sided tape to keep that tank level. So we'll go stick those on. This one on that side. I want to cut these a little flatter. Use a real sharp razor knife, and it cuts through these like butter. So on there real easy. This is 1/4 inch ID. Okay. Get that some bitch tight. There we go. Need it right about there. And I'm going to cut it a little long just to be safe. And they look good in silicone, you know what I mean? It's high heat, should be good to go. So now we need one to the check valve and then to the tank here. So the arrow on the check valve should face back towards the engine or wherever you vented from. Because like I said in a different video, it's a pull, a vacuum. It's not a push. Man, this stuff's great. So now we got that in there. We got to fit the check valve in. All right, so we got all the tubes on. We got the exhaust recoated. My little slip-on sleeve flew right off. You got to put a pipe clamp on that sucker too. So I just had it going. Holy crap, this thing rips. I mean, just taking that exhaust thing off and changing the tubing to this big fat shit. Man, it's really freaking fast. It pulls hard from like, I don't know, 3/4 to full throttle. It just pulls, like jerks up. So I did hit the power washer and a little bit did come off, but you can touch up real easy with a Q-tip in the Cerakote. So, and then it'll cook back on there. But I did get really close with the power washer trying to clean everything out of there. Another thing I did was put these mirrors on. Okay, these are some Amazon mirrors. They look pretty slick. So, man, I need to be able to see behind me. I'm gonna ride out and see if cops are there or whatever the hell's going on. So, they might look gay as fuck, but you know, I think they look all right. So, I mean, I ain't hating on it. They work really well. So, also I got this Zoss bike light. I don't know why it's upside down on that side, but man, these things work really well. You know, for night riding, just hold it, turn it on. It's super bright. There's different modes. It's like 20 bucks. You hold it, turns it off. So we got that. I'm gonna put on this tail light right now. This is a you know, sensing tail light. It's got left turn, right turn, all that good shit. And it's got the motion brake. So it's just a socket. I think it's a 13/16 or something like that. I just screw it with a washer into the bottom of the seat, and then there's your brake light and turn signal there. So it seems to work really good on the other bike. So I did take that thing off the bottom, and I have driven it, and wow, I'm really impressed. It pulls really hard from probably, oh, I don't know, 3/4 throttle up. I mean, it's nice. I like it, and I think it does right around 55, 60 miles an hour. I was really impressed. These hoses move a lot more volume of fuel and air for the venting and for the intake, plus the pump. I actually had to, I think, richen up the bottom end now because it's breathing better, so I think a 40 Pilot would probably be best now. I'm running a 38, and she was a little lean, so I try to take it up with the screw. You know, the mixture screw, but if I can't, then I'll put a 40 in it. So there she is, with her mirrors on and everything. Looks kind of goofy, but man, it's gonna work real good. I think these mirrors look pretty dope. But yeah, they're actually really real glass. Okay, they're pretty decent. You can clamp this down here, and they move and stay nice and stiff. So I like it. And so now we're almost street legal-ish. We've got turn signals and brake lights. It's just a motion-activated brake light. We don't shift any gears. The sticker says in Michigan you can't go over 100 cc, so we got a 99 cc Predator here. But she's just all doped up, big 99 here. The real ones know. But I've been having a problem with this damn valve cover leaking. The bolts I put in there that came with it are too short or whatever. It wasn't grabbing good. And I think there's a crack in it right here. I'm gonna have to just get a metal one and do it the right way. So, but I really like this bike. It's fun, fast, comfortable. You know, I have the drag throttle or whatever. So it's real short throw. So you got to be real gentle on the low end. It's geared pretty tall. Excuse me. It's geared pretty tall, so you know I'm pretty heavy, so I got to take it easy through there so she don't bog out or nothing. But as of now, man, she's a ripper. So especially now when I got rid of that big gas tank, the secondary fuel can is going to be real nice, and you can just fill it in. But I am getting some blowout right here from the fuel, and it was only about half full, so I don't know what's up with that, but nothing seems to be leaking. That tubing is great, nice silicone stuff. I just hope nothing's leaking. I mean, you can smell gas a little bit, but I don't see anything leaking at all. But yeah, man, 385 RO. This thing is badass. I like it.